My, oh my, Craig Sullivan is chilly up here at the North Pole, and I've got a question. Do I go to the Fortress of Solitude, or do I get over to Santa's workshop? I don't know.
Santa's workshop to play with the new toys, and possibly they will have a hot toddy there for you.
But Fortress of Solitude being left
alone. Total escape.
I got a question for you, Craig. I mean, this is all good chatter and stuff like that, but I'm a little confused. I saw you yesterday. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what's going on right now. Help me.
2 days in a row. Can you believe it? You know, if I was doing a live show, we should get together on Monday, but I don't do a live show except with you.
All right. Let's get this S show started, shall we?
Let's go.
All right.
It's time for an audit.
Say it again.
It's time for an audit.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the one, the only Friday night audit. We got Craig Sullivan in the house. How you doing, Holiday Craig?
I'm doing great, brother. How are you? How's the family?
Everyone is doing great. Of course, I'm Saturnalia Glenn. I'm trying to keep it old school. You know, I like, I forget the Hanukkah, forget the Christmas, forget the Kwanzaa. I like old Roman holidays. So I'm celebrating Saturnalia today. So I'm very excited about that. So I couldn't find an elf outfit, but I got my pagan suit on. So I think we're going to be ready to party. Yep.
Hey, you definitely went old school. Okay.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the final episode of Friday Night Audit for 2021. I know you guys have been waiting to hear those words for a good 10 months now, but no, we've tortured you 41 times this year. And don't worry, there's plenty more coming as soon as we get back next year. I think we're going to return on January 7th or something like that. Seems like
something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
God, I don't like these long breaks. You know, I always used to wonder, like, when I was listening to the talk radio and stuff growing up, how these people would take a whole week or two off. The audience, we missed them so much. They could get different habits. So the whole idea that we're going to be taking off a couple of weeks here in a row is just really freaking me out, Craig Sullivan.
But didn't you get a check for that? I mean, I got one. I got paid to take time off.
Yeah, that is true. That is probably a good business. People paying us to be off air. Feel free to send your donations to PayPal. We promise not to be back on for the rest of the year. All right, Craig, I'm excited. Oh, what? Yeah, Craig.
Better yet, they should probably send it to the Patreon page.
Ooh.
You get to keep more of those dollars that way.
That's absolutely guys. Honestly, I don't care. Just send us money. All right, happy holidays, Holiday Craig. It's really great to see you. I'm excited. Final show of the year. I think it's been a great year. I love this time of year because we're chilling out. It's the holiday season. Yeah. There is spirit alive, and I've got one of our friends here from Long Island on the show today. Who are we going to be talking?
Yeah, but before we bring our mystery guest in, we've got another one.
Oh, you want to do that now? All right,
let's do that now. She'll be back during the show from time to time.
And now the debut.
There she is.
Welcome to the show, the official Golden Retriever of Friday Night Audit. Welcome, Makai. It's great to see you. Yay!
Say hi to Uncle Glenn in the audience. He goes, nope, the hat's not staying. That's going.
Right.
All right. There she is. She's going to turn 10 weeks old tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that. Look at that face.
Good baby.
Yep. I got to tell you, her and my grandson have already bonded. Mm-hmm. When he's over, she is right with him and nobody else.
That's just sweetest
good
thing.
Girl.
Now that you've brought so much cute to the show, you totally screwed our guest over here. How's he going to follow that?
Oh, he's not. I mean, unless he happens to be drinking a Moscow Mule, then I think anything's possible.
And we're going to find out. All right, let us bring in our guest right now. Are you going to do the introduction?
I will do that, Mr. Mike Irgrang.
And we let Craig do that for what reason? I mean, Mark, Mike, it's all the same. Don't worry about it.
Too excited about the dog. our president of the Long Island Hospitality Association, opening GM, Marriott, New York, JFK Airport, Chartwell Hospitality. Mark, welcome to the show. How are you?
I am great. It's hard to follow up your special guest before me, flown in all the way from Connecticut.
And David. So
Well,
David. Right.
I won't even lie. Listen, I won't even lie. I'm not as special as our special guest at the top of the show, so I can't even pretend. I will take that L and gladly take it. But real quick, Mark, can you hold up your glass again? It's like that's a mule glass.
This is a special mule glass. I mean, you can't have a mule if you're not going to have it in the proper glass, Dave.
You jumped right into the alcohol part.
He went right to the alcohol.
No, because I'm changing his name. I'm changing his name so he can fit in with a nice cool name like the rest of us.
Thank you.
Mule glass, Mark. There we go.
I don't want to be accused of having any cocktail conversation without us running the official graphic. That's right. It's cocktail time where Craig and I claim we're going to make a different drink of the week, but either just wind up with beer or tequila. So this week you're doing the Moscow Mule, Mark. What do you like about that Moscow Mule? What made you want to drink it this evening?
Listen, you can't go wrong with vodka, ginger beer, and lime juice. It's my go-to drink. I love it. And especially in the right glass. It's the best.
Yeah.
There you go.
Has Mackay christened the Christmas tree? Yeah.
No, but she is pulling the ornaments off. She thinks they're balls. So, yeah.
That's really funny. All right. Who's in Connecticut? Nobody's in Connecticut. That is where Mackay was born and adopted from.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So
that is it.
Moscow Mules. How often do you drink those things? Don't worry, your bosses are not listening, right?
I have to say, over COVID, I was drinking them every night. But but like we started coming out of COVID, and I started slowing down on the Moscow Mules. But from what I see right now, COVID is starting to come back again. So that's why I'm here.
Not a bad idea. You're going to need to. New York's numbers have doubled in the last 3 days. Apparently,
yeah, New York numbers are not good. They're over 7%, and I think we're number one in the United States in positivity rates, which is not something to be proud of.
Now, is that with Delta?
Guys, I'm sorry. Listen, guys, this is supposed to be a holiday episode of a fun, friendly show. Can we not talk about COVID spikes, especially someone who works in hotels in New York City? I have PTSD of what's going on. Can we please let this one go for today?
Thank you.
I love that you have
sound effects, Glenn.
Considering you actually think the trauma is over, then I
have TSD right now from all of this. I'm sitting here in the middle of Midtown Manhattan, running a hotel with all this going on. I don't need to hear about this right now. I hear about it every minute of every day of my life.
So Dave is officially, I think, doing every job now in that building over there.
Thank you, COVID.
Yeah.
There you go.
That really sucks. But hey. Listen, the good thing about New Yorkers is the city's back. Everyone's excited. We're not really worried about all of these numbers over there. We're still getting out there. We're still doing stuff, although we got our mask mandate put back in place this last week. So it's weird having to back to the grocery store and do all that. There he is.
There he is.
Dave. I love it. So, Mark.
Somebody grab a screenshot. We'll put that out for David.
It's holiday season and all, Moscow Mule, Mark. Yeah. So, what are some of your favorite holiday rituals that you like doing? What's important to you at this time of year?
Well, besides shopping, of course, as we were discussing prior to going on the air, I always go to my go-to place, which is Delvino Vineyards, East Northport, Long Island, and giving them a plug. I know it's not Plug-a-Palooza yet, but I'm giving them a plug.
It's okay.
That's okay. It's not your plug.
We worked out a special waiver to the Plug-a-Palooza rule before the show, so you're allowed to talk about Delvino.
Yeah, no, I just like getting together. Getting together with family actually next week, and that's my favorite part. It's been tough with COVID, and everyone's been stuck inside. So when you get a chance to see family, take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
With that said, we need to be very timely today, gentlemen, because I have a 6:15 train to go see my parents. So we need to be off at 6 so I can shoot over to Grand Central.
Right. Now, are you going to be our man on the street again, and we get to see you going through the city?
You would see me going a block and a half to Grand Central Terminal.
Hey, I haven't
you didn't
seen
much of
the terminal in a number of years. It's the last time I was in the city with Glenn and Bruce. So
So maybe we can make that happen because I do have to go stop at a Japanese restaurant to pick up some sushi to bring home.
Nice.
But if it's ready in time, which it should be, and we run maybe a minute or two long on the show, I can show you some live Grand Central shots. So
that would be really nice to end the show with something so quintessentially New York. So listen to this. Robert Reichneck says, speaking of fun, he just launched his own hospitality company, and you guys inspired me to take the leap. Awesome.
Nice.
Congratulations, Robert.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Fantastic. And I know starting your own thing can be super, super scary, but now the hardest part is done.
Yeah.
Now you can just enjoy it. Of course, it's going to be very difficult the entire time. Everything is always difficult that's worth anything, right, in life, guys? But at least you're in control. And every stress that I have running my own business is so much better than also having to deal with the layer of other people,
hierarchy,
all that kind of stuff. So congratulations. Happy holidays. That's awesome. Scott says, is this your brother?
Look at that.
He's watching. I got to be on my best behavior. Hi,
How many siblings, Mark?
Just one older brother. You know, he's my big brother, and unfortunately, my parents are deceased. So my brother is my guy. So I love you, Scott, and Carol, his wife, and their beautiful daughter Emily. So I gotta, and I can't forget they're just like you, Craig. They got a dog recently, Arlo. We love Arlo.
Nice. I love the name. What type of dog is Arlo?
What kind of dog is Arlo? I guess I should know that. I don't even. All I know is it's this small.
4 paws and a tail.
It's this small.
So, holiday day, Dave. What kind of sushi are you getting over there? You've got you like
frozen.
Yeah.
Well, for me, no. This is so. This is. I think I told this story once before, but there's a Japanese restaurant across from my hotel on 44th Street that is called Tushima. Plugapalooza. Hit the bell. But I went there with my wife one time because she likes sushi. And we were sitting there one time, I think our first time there actually, and we're looking around and I'm like, I realized that we're the only non-Asian diners in the entire restaurant. I'm like, okay,
that's going to be good, right?
That means it gets better. So then she leaves and goes to the bathroom. So I'm just sitting there bored, waiting for her to come back, and I happen to notice that every table that the waitress has touched is speaking to each other in Japanese.
Right.
So not only only non-Asian diners there, we're the only non-Japanese people at the Japanese restaurant.
That's
so this is literally where the Japanese diners go to get their Japanese fill. So I'm like, this is going to be amazing.
Right.
My wife literally said it's the best sushi she's ever had.
What?
So
wow.
I'm going to surprise her because I'm sure she's not watching this. So I'm going to go surprise her with a sushi tonight when she drives up to my parents' house to meet me there.
Nice.
Hey, I think that's absolutely brilliant. Very nice of you. And you know what? When Glenn and I are at the lodging conference, I will have him pack up some sushi that has been sitting out in the desert for the whole week, and he'll bring that home for you.
It'll be just as good as my pizza story. My pizza from here to Miami.
There you go.
So, are you going to be getting her the sushi moriawase B platter, 1 roll with 7 pieces of sushi, perhaps, or maybe the C platter with 2 pieces of tuna, salmon, yellowtail eel, and 1 roll? I don't know. What are you going to do, Dave?
Sorry, what was that?
That was perfect, David.
That was great. Dave's not going to live that one down.
Glenn, get the sound effects. Give the applause.
More, he really deserves what he really deserves is.
You can't womp me when I got the laughs.
That was the best. That was the best moment of my entire year because Dave's giving me crap about not hearing stuff on No Vacancy Live from time to time.
Yeah, Glenn, you forgot to tell me this was the last episode of the year. So that explains why you said no to me when I begged you to be on the show for the last 40 weeks. So now I understand. Now I understand why. It all makes sense. We
got to save Mark for the big season finale.
I like it.
That's it.
I like it.
So
Yeah.
wait, so are our seasons year-long seasons?
I have no idea, dude.
No.
I mean,
Do we
I
come
know.
back into season 2?
when I
Yeah,
grew
season
up,
2.
seasons were September to May, the whole thing, right? And the only people that fudged with the seasons were the British, right? And they would do
24 episodes.
right. That was what we had. Down from 35 back in the 50s, blah blah blah. But that's a story for another day. But now
less.
yeah, now seasons are like whatever. Starting with Survivor, I think that kind of changed the way Americans looked at TV seasons because season 1 was in September, season 2 was in like January or something like that.
Well, it's also it's also the streaming, right? You can get episodes and your shows really at any time now.
Yeah, I don't know. But as far as I've been doing it, I've just been doing each year as a different season. I haven't been doing it any other way. So I don't know. Craig and I really didn't sit down and talk about this yet, whether or not the shows that are in January up until when we launched in February are considered season 1 or season 2. I don't know. Maybe we could do like that season of Lost where they did that series of episodes up front that were not connected to the others, right? And you wondered, how will Kate get out of prison from the jungle? That was very exciting 6 episodes.
Well, and as none of us have anything to do this weekend, we should probably have a production meeting.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Really good.
So since we're doing this as seasons, is this like one of those shows that starts off really great and then after like season 7 or 8 just kind of falls off because they run out of ideas?
No, because we started off.
We will never run out of ideas or alcohol. So no.
That's for sure. That's for
being
sure.
the key word there.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Listen,
True love, Dave. There you go.
I love everybody here.
Yeah, I think unfortunately she died and went to purgatory along with everyone else. I don't know. I'm a little sketchy. The details of that last one. For some reason, I just totally got interested in Lost again for some reason. It was such a good show for a few years. Yeah. And I've been watching some videos on YouTube about that and then about how it kind of fell apart. But
so you've forgiven Jar Jar Abrams?
There's so many things that he can't be forgiven for, but that series, everyone gets a free pass, I think, on that one, because what happened there was they really thought it was going to be like 3 years, but it became so super popular. They were forced into making a gajillion more episodes and they never knew when they were going to end. So they I went off a cliff with ideas because they kept creating all this BS. But it did annoy me that if you have 8,000 mysteries you're supposed to solve, you got to solve some of them.
Solve them?
Yeah. So that's the thing that annoys me most with J.J. Abrams and his mystery boxes. There's nothing to see here, and they just don't tell you that. So, right?
Running for the Congress of the United States, Jar Jar Abrams.
Yeah. Let's go to you, Mark. I don't know how you feel about how J.J. Abrams has ruined Star Trek, how he's ruined Star Wars, how he's ruined other stuff too. It's really
and soon to be the DC universe is going to ruin too.
Well, the good news is that was a disaster to begin with anyway. So
could you still ruin that? I mean, listen, you see stuff, but is that really a ruinable thing at this point?
I know, Craig, you like that Snyder cut, right?
I like the Snyder cut. I like the Aquaman film, and I like Ben Affleck as Batman. So, if it's the Snyderverse, I like it. Josh Whedon, what he did there, and also what he did in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I wasn't a big fan of. And I think Josh Whedon had one good show, and that was Firefly. And unfortunately, the Fox network screwed that up and showed them all out of order, and then it canned it.
I feel like that's going to get rebooted.
It should.
Yeah.
It should, but not with Josh Whedon. He's persona non grata.
So I hear Disney Plus is rebooting Goonies, but they're doing it very meta where the show...
Does that mean we're going to be in the show?
When they do an all senior citizen edition of it.
That's us. You joined the club this year, Glenn. So
wait, hold on. Dave, come back on here for a second. Dave, you could have put up a holiday picture behind you in your basement office. Really? He's not listening.
But it's actually a closet.
I see him backstage. Look at him. Look at that. Look at that.
Here it goes.
That's great.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All right. Dave is actually dealing with an issue over at his hotel.
He's actually going back to work. Yeah, that's it. He's actually doing
Yeah.
work.
But that's one of the things that Holiday Day Dave does. Poor Dave. Every Friday night he seems stuck in that office. It was really fun back when he would be in his backyard and all of that.
Right.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Mark, what do you like doing in your downtime during the holiday season? Are you getting a week off? Because as a hotel guy,
Yeah,
typically just work this time of year extra hard, right?
well,
And opening a hotel.
Yeah,
So,
it depends who you ask, So, I'm doing all the pre-opening activities for the hotel. So, believe it or not, even though I have 21 years with Marriott, they require every general manager to do training, which is like 200, different modules,
Yeah.
So I had to pull some strings to get myself exempt from going back to Marriott Corporation to go to what they call GM orientation.
Right.
And because I had been a GM several times and been a regional vice president for them, I had to go all the way up the ladder to get an exemption saying, I think Mark knows about Marriott. So that was great. That was great.
So Mark, be honest. Yeah. Did you have Glenn Hausman make that call for you?
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, I needed someone with rank, So
that's it. That's it.
Glenn has a lot of pull.
He does.
I don't know about that. Definitely know you're not talking about in this house.
Yeah. Well, I have no rank in my house, so don't worry about it.
That's all right. I like playing the role of the suffering patriarch. It really suits me.
Oh, sounds like you're off to the fortress of solitude now. So
that's what my office is. I'm here in the don't tell anyone this, but sometimes I just tell them, hey, I'm going to be on air, and then I'm not for like hours.
Yeah.
I did it. Joe Rogan size show today.
Yeah. Glenn, that sounds like me when I say I'm going to the construction site and I tell my family I'm going to visit and I go and hit, golf balls on the driving range. So
right. Yeah. Totally. Now that's a great reason to open up a bar named like the construction site or the office
right. That's
or
right.
the library or something like
the driver.
That.
Right? Opening a hotel has lots of moving parts. Loved Marriott when I was there. I don't know what's going on with LinkedIn, why it's not giving us names. I have to go
really?
to I have to go. Some names are popping up, some are not. I have to that's weird. But anyway, so yeah, what is it like opening a hotel, Mark? Is this your first time opening up a new hotel?
It's actually my first time opening a hotel from ground up, scratch. And my company was running the Hilton at JFK which is adjacent to it. So basically the Hilton JFK had two parking lots. Now parking lots at JFK Airport, at any airport, is a, prime piece of real estate. So they took the larger parking lot and they said, hey, let's turn it into two more hotels. So when I was the GM at the Hilton, they started digging up the ground next door, and lo and behold, while they were digging and I was running the Hilton, they hit a underground pipe and there was a huge leak in the Hilton in the basement. So that was fun. And then I left the company for 2 years to go join another company. And then my company brought me back and recruited me back to run the, the larger of these two Marriotts, because I had the, 21 years of Marriott experience. Thanks, Vic. Appreciate the nice comment. I'm going to run the larger one whenever it opens sometime in 2022. And I want to put a shout out to my partner, the other GM of the other hotel, Sean Michael Applewhite. Sean, I love you.
Awesome.
So Mark, there's two hotels. You've got a full service that you're doing, and the other one is
it's a Residence Inn all-suite hotel. So the Residence Inn is going to open first, and it's 182 rooms.
Read my mind.
Yeah, led by an awesome leader, Sean Michael Applewhite. And I'm going to open the full service a couple of months later, probably August, September. and we're excited about both of these hotels. Chartwell Hospitality is going to run both of them. And
Great company.
Yeah, it's great. They're based out of Tennessee, and we have over 25 hotels nationwide. And we're going to have a 4,000 square foot ballroom, and we have a M Club for those Marriott Bonvoy members. We have this gorgeous M Club on the top floor that overlooks the runway.
Two hotels at JFK.
Yes, two hotels.
Yes.
They just for the record, they haven't opened a branded hotel at JFK Airport probably in over 10, 15 years. So everyone is super
30.
excited.
Oh.
They're super like the last hotel to open. Well, recently, actually, just opened was the Hyatt.
Regency, but it's
not at It's not at the airport. And that's right. Exactly.
Gotcha.
Those 8 feet difference make a huge.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that a furlong?
That's right.
I don't know.
That was good. That was good, Craig. That was good. That was good. And prior to that, a couple of years ago was TWA, but that's an independent hotel.
That's an independent. Yeah.
So we're really excited.
How many keys is your hotel, Mark?
360 keys for mine, 182 for the residents.
So they had this parking lot, and they said, "Let's build 2 more hotels
and move parking away."
What's that?
What about parking at this point?
So we do have over 100 spots between the 2 hotels, and as you can imagine, most people
the 2 hotels, like literally, the buildings I think are that far apart.
Yeah, they are.
They circle each other like Tetris.
Yeah, there's going to be like a lot of double
lot line
parking.
to lot line.
Yeah, it is. But most people fly in, as you can imagine, or take Ubers. Most people don't drive in, so we feel comfortable. We have enough. More than enough spots, and we're going to have valet parking, automatic valet parking for everyone, so no one will have any problems. Yeah,
that's great. So I got a proposition for you. How about you come on No Vacancy Live, and if you ever open your hotel, I get to park there sometime.
You got it. I already told.
A better idea.
Yeah,
I got a better idea. You open your hotel, Glenn, David and I come and we do Friday night audit from your lobby bar and your M Club.
You got it.
I'll fly out.
You got it. I'd love to have you out here, Craig. You're always welcome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I guess you can stay there too. Maybe we all will if the Friday night audit goes the way it should.
Yeah. Hey, if we have a bartender serving us, we're spending the night.
And there is a bartender. There is a bartender. The whole time the M Club is open, there'll be a bartender there to serve you. So.
That's pretty cool. And if we feel like gambling, we could go to the Resorts World, which is only a furlong away.
That's only a furlong away. That's right.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's
Come
right.
on, applause.
That's right.
Pat yourself on the back, Glenn.
Yeah. Hey, ever go to Dulles?
Yes.
That airport. You were just there, weren't you? No, or did you fly out of Reagan?
No, I was supposed to fly into Reagan from Connecticut.
And you went to
and I ended up in Charlotte.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's not
fun. I never see the Charlotte freaking airport again. It'll be too soon. It took American Airlines seriously 40 minutes to taxi to the end of the runway from their terminal going 5 miles an hour. I'm looking at the guy sitting next to me.
Right.
And I go, are they driving us to California? And he goes, yeah, I think they are. And it's just like, oh my God, I can't get out of this airport fast enough. So, but it was to bring home Mackay. That was definitely the upside.
It was worth it, Craig. It was worth it.
Yeah, it was.
So now, Mark, I know it's been a real bear trying to get this hotel open. And guys, we've been talking about supply chain issues. They've been having issue after issue. I don't want to bum anybody out. So I want to talk about what's the cool thing about being the opening GM of a ground up building and seeing this whole process take shape.
You know what?
Cool.
Everything about it is cool. I mean, you're going to have ups and downs with any project. I mean, think about it. Anyone who does renovations on their house, they have ups and downs. But at the end of the rainbow,
divorce.
Divorce. At the end of the rainbow, if you make it through, there's the pot of gold, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to opening the newest branded hotel at JFK Airport in the longest time. It will be a gorgeous hotel. It will have an amazing ballroom, an amazing club. M Club. We're actually going to be bringing in a third-party operator, Concrete Hospitality and In Good Company. And if you know anything about those companies, those food and beverage companies, they run some great restaurants in New York City. They run rooftop bars. So
cool.
we really feel that our food and beverage is going to be a major differentiator. Yeah, exactly. We're not going to be the typical airport hotel, that has the regular burger and the onion soup and the Caesar salad. We may have all those things, but we're gonna have the best ones in the market. I'll tell you that.
Hey, listen, my favorite thing about a great burger at a hotel is if I ask for it medium rare and it's served anything other than super well done. So hopefully you guys could do that. Holiday Day, Dave.
Oh, Dave's back. He's on mute.
It's the best you've ever sounded, Dave.
I feel like it's only in good spirit that our amazing GM Mark was on. That as a hotel leader myself, I'm doing something important and something else happens and you have to go put out the fire in the middle of it. It just it fits. It fits so much. I'm getting more calls. I'll be back.
Okay. That's why you're paid the big bucks.
That's
David.
it. That's life.
A far cry from the truth.
Life of an operator. Life. That's why it's great to be in operations. You got to love it.
Yeah, that's why I'm on the deal side.
Smart, Craig.
It's interesting because Dave is basically running that hotel right now, and all of the different stories he tells me every single day. It's like all this stuff that I had no idea
about. Yeah.
Just Mark, I know you're dealing with the city right now on some issues, but just trying to liaise with them and stuff like that on all these different things is just incredibly difficult and challenging.
Yeah, that's one of the that's one of the major challenges we're having is dealing with the electric company, with Con Ed and all this other stuff, trying to get electricity, trying to get gas, trying to get water. You think it would be easy to get that, but it's not.
Not at all.
And to your point about Dave doing all these different jobs, I have to tell you, I have so much respect for the GMs of open hotels right now, because you have GMs that are cleaning guest rooms, they're playing housekeeper, they're serving food, they're in the lobby.
I think Dave is literally doing every job you can.
I believe it. And kudos to Dave and everyone else, because you do what you got to do to get through the tough times. So
a lot of unsung heroes right now, with the GMs, the AGMs, DOS, everybody's pitching in and they're all doing multitasking, whether it's cleaning the rooms and making beds or changing the linens, it's scrubbing toilets, it's all of it. And my hat's off to everybody on the ops side. I mean, Glenn and I have these conversations all the time about how wonderful these people are. And
Dave heard us giving him compliments.
Yes, this is a very, very true clarification. Dave is just running around the hotel. There is a difference. That is 100% accurate.
He heard all the compliments. He got back on. So,
my ears are ringing. But can I? So, Mark, I used to work at 2 airport properties, and one being the same brand that you're going to be running. I don't know if we've said that or not, so I won't say it.
We did. It's okay. We said Marriott.
Okay, so one being the Marriott at Newark Airport, one being the Crown Plaza at Newark Airport. Let me tell you guys, if you've worked in hotels before, cool. If you haven't worked in an airport property, a major airport property, it is a different,
totally different
animal.
24/7.
People are coming in and leaving really quickly, and you got to keep flipping.
So about a half an hour of downtime, especially if you're an airport property on the airport property, which my Marriott was. So it's about a half an hour of downtime throughout the day and it's about 3:30 in the morning. Because people are checking in until about 12, 1, 2 a.m. 3 o'clock, you're doing, 3 to 3:30, you can sneak in some food, but they're coming back down at 4 o'clock to check out.
Right.
Pilots for the early flights, the crew for the early flights, the flyers for the early flights. They're all coming down.
Glenn Hausman for the early flight.
People check out? I haven't checked out of a hotel in 25 years.
God forbid you get a storm, some snow. But Mark, have you worked at an airport property before, Mark? Is this your first one?
I did too. As I mentioned while you were running around cleaning rooms, I was the GM of the Hilton at JFK for 2 years, next door to my new Marriott's. And I also, talking about Newark, I ran the Newark Courtyard Marriott for 2 years.
Oh, which one? The one by Elizabeth or Newark?
No, in Newark.
The one in Newark. Okay, very
The
nice.
one in Newark Airport.
Well, they have two now. So they have one on the south side of the airport by
This is the
Jersey
one
Gardens.
well, at the time I worked there, it was just the Newark it was just the Courtyard. Then they built a Fairfield Inn. I think they built a Spring Hill Suites.
Spring Hill Suites, and now a Home 2 Suites is there as well.
Right. So I've done both of those hotels, but to your point, Dave, you're right. In a regular, what people don't know, and I'm glad you brought it up, what people don't realize is in a regular hotel, non-airport, you have a lot of downtime after checkout and before check-in. So come 9 o'clock in the morning, from 9 to 3, everyone's kind of just doing their thing and not a lot of activity at the front desk or anywhere else. In an airport hotel, it's nonstop all day long. You don't get a break. You said 30 minutes downtime. You're probably right.
24/7.
How many people show up at 9 a.m. saying, I have to get in my room? I've been flying all night. I've been there.
No, you're right. And then when you tell them, I'm sorry, check-in's at 3, they want to beat the crap out of you.
They do, because they've been flying all day. All right.
The way that I equate it is, it's true. I mean, Mark, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Glenn, but the way that I equate it is for these travelers, it's a lot more difficult for the team that works there, because one, my airport property was 600 rooms. We ran 95% occupancy, and we turned over about 90% of the hotel every day. Our average length of stay was like 1.2 nights. But
yeah.
You have to realize these guests that are coming to these airport properties, there's one of two things. They either are preparing to go into the battle that is airport travel, or they just came out of the battle that is airport travel.
You're right.
Either way, they're coming with that mentality of frustration. So you're walking in frustrated already, regardless of what's happened at the actual hotel. You're frustrated already. Much less if you get a snowstorm or a rainstorm.
Right, Dave, that's another thing. You could be working the front desk and all of a sudden there's a storm and they cancel all the flights. And then at the front desk, you get a call and they say, hey, can I get 100 rooms tonight for our passengers? And you're like, I don't know about that.
Sure.
And no, it's true. It's true. Your occupancy can go from 80% to 100% on one phone call.
There's been several times where I've come in at 2 o'clock for 60% occupancy, and by 7, I'm 110.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
hey,
it's true.
The occupancy at the Houseman, Smokehouse Grill and Swim Club goes up by 100% every time Glenn's home. So
that's right.
And on top of that, when you have that snowstorm sold out condition, here's the other part. Just because you're sold out, especially again if you're on the property itself, the airport property itself, doesn't mean that people are going to actually check online if you have rooms available. They're just going to walk in. They're going to call every hotel they can find, and when you say sorry, we're sold out.
That's true.
Right. And the closest hotel, the closest availability is 35 to 40 to 50 miles away, because the airport sold out the entire market.
Right.
It's another difficult conversation for the employees there to have, even for a guest that's not even staying there. But I'm going to tell you guys two very funny airport stories as we go along here.
Hey, Kyle, I know you want your question answered. We'll get to that in a second. Dave, go ahead.
I was like, Craig, go ahead. I'll tell my stories throughout the show.
No. Go. Seriously. Yours is more funny than mine. And I'm going to go grab a beer. So,
all right.
That's the reality of it. He just needs more alcohol.
Exactly.
So working the front desk, operations manager is what they're called, but basically I was front desk manager at the time. And to your point, Mark, we were about, I want to say 70% of the time for the day. It was like a sleepy, slow Sunday. And a very large European airline calls, and I won't tell you which one, and says we need 150 rooms.
Air Italia.
For 300 for 300 and some odd people, and they all need food. Mind you, this is at 12:30 at night.
Oh, that sounds like BA.
And so it wasn't BA. It was another European country's airline, but it wasn't BA.
Lufthansa.
So no. So I'll tell you guys off air. But I
said they're Italian because they're no longer in business. So
basically, they say they're going to be coming over in buses in about 90 minutes. Now, Mark, you know what that means. It's not going to be 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, sure enough, here they come 30 minutes later by the busload. Now, for those of you who don't know Marriott Systems, as great of a company as Marriott is, they're a great company to work for.
Yes, they are.
The systems are very antiquated.
Because they were like the first ones to create them.
That's right.
Glenn and I did not say that because we're looking for them for sponsorship.
That's right.
Yeah, hey, Marriott. sponsor
I
Friday.
love
Night.
Marriott. They're
Sponsor,
a great
FNA.
company to work for. Everybody that I've worked for there for no vacancy and for Marriott has been great people, but they need to update their system. So it's not as simple as some other hotel systems where you can just build a block and it be done in 10 minutes. No. It takes a long time to build a block of 150 rooms. So as they're, they gave us 90 minutes, that'd be fine. 30 minutes later, they're coming in. As I'm making reservations, my team is taking them, sending them out, sending them out. Mind you, now the restaurant has already closed for an hour.
Right.
They told everybody, the guests there with food vouchers, that we had food.
Oh God.
We didn't have food at the time.
Oh man.
So now we have to deal with that
must have been
scenario.
delightful to deal with. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not done. This story just drags on. So my team does a great job. They were all highly trained. They took care of everything. We were all good to go. We got it taken care of.
Dave was
Next
in the
day,
kitchen.
some of the passengers come
Cleaning
down.
rooms.
I'm already back on staff, and they're showing me some text messages that say, "Okay, Norwegian, the company texted them and said that they're sending the buses to pick them up at a certain time because their rescheduled flight was 11 p.m. No problem. So the lobby that I'm in was a very big lobby. We decided we're going to put everybody in the back towards our banquet lobby to send them out that way when the buses come in to kind of make it nice and smooth. Everybody lines up. It's all great. My team was spectacular once again. 8:30 comes, no bus.
Oh God.
8:45 comes, no bus. So I call the company, and again, for those who don't understand how this works, you don't deal with the airlines directly for these distressed passengers typically. They have a third-party company they contract with that reaches out to the hotel.
Yeah.
You don't actually deal with the airline.
Oh God.
So I don't have any
It's gotta be
information. I
really-
don't have any airline contact details.
Oh,
So I contact
God.
our third-party company who contacts the airline,
That's quick.
who calls
Yeah.
me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly. Who calls
Yeah.
me back eventually and says, they're not sending buses. You guys have shuttles. And I'm like, yeah, we do. And that would have been perfectly fine if you didn't tell every single passenger that
You had a
would be
bus.
a bus at 8:30.
Right.
So now they say, well, they're sending the bus from LaGuardia. It'll be there when it gets there. I'm like, well,
To Jersey?
their flight's in 90 minutes. That doesn't help.
And how many
anybody
flights
here.
are missed? Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
from LaGuardia in New York on the east
Yes.
side of Manhattan to Newark on the west side of
West
Manhattan,
side.
2 rivers over?
Yeah.
Yes.
You got it, Glenn.
Yes, that was what they were trying to do. So again,
That's like
Thankfully-
a 4-hour
Taxi.
trip, it's like 6 miles.
thankfully for my very, and I say this in truth, my very
Oh,
well
God.
trained, very well skilled shuttle driver team that knew, that was able to do this, we literally were able to get every passenger over there in time
Wow.
while still not disrupting the regular shuttle service that we
Wow.
have going on for the regular guests.
Wow.
Amazing.
And it was really a testament to the quality of training Marriott gives. It was a testament to the quality of people that Marriott hired. And
Congratulations.
everybody, once we
Wow.
told everybody what was going on, all those drivers stepped up. They made the runs. It was beautiful. But yeah, so that's a typical airline story because that's not an isolated story.
No.
Mark and I both have stories just like that. numbered.
I love
numbered
that.
down the list.
Craig, I feel like we should do a whole show on airlines screwing hoteliers.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. And, sitting at some godforsaken international airport, waiting for the next flight.
Yeah, hi,
Yeah.
Mark, I want to after this
Yeah.
show, I want to ask you off air if you
Yeah.
know somebody that I would know somebody because I guarantee since you worked in the
Ask him on air. Come on.
you
Add
know.
to the excitement.
Well, you know what? Fun. Actually, I can because it's not saying they bad. He's a great guy too. Kaiser. Do you know Kaiser?
Kaiser.
Kaiser. Will
Wilhelm?
Only other Kaiser I know.
We
is-
share the same brain, okay?
I'm not sure, but let's talk off air. We'll talk off
So I'm
air.
not sure. So you may not have been in Newark. You may have been. It may have been.
Oh,
you
my
may have been there
God.
before he took over. But Kaiser was the guy at the time. the
Kyle, I
third-party
swear we're
guy-
going to get to your question. Go on.
the
sorry.
third party guy who
Yeah.
he did the distressed passengers for another
Okay.
major airline out of Newark.
Okay.
And I'm talking about the major airline that goes out of Newark.
Right.
And literally, from whenever he
United?
started that job,
Sounds like a continental problem to me.
Yeah.
so literally every hotel person within the Newark airport for 30 miles knows Kaiser because he's always on the call. I need this many rooms. I need that many rooms. You don't have them. Okay, I'll go to this hotel. I mean, I don't even know where he slept because he would call me at 2 a.m. He would call me at 4 a.m. I mean, he was an amazing person.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh my God.
All right. So now to go back about 45 minutes, to get to Kyle's question. And Mark, you may not even have an answer to this. A lot of airline crews at JFK are staying in the city or on the island. Do you have a sales pitch yet to get them back to the airport hotel?
Yeah, believe it or not, they are actually coming to us saying they don't want to stay in the city because of COVID. Yeah, they actually are saying that they want to be away from the city because of COVID, because of the all the people and the population, and they're saying like, yeah, we'd like to be outside the city but have access to get to the city. So again, our hotel's perfect. It's easy in, easy out from the airport, and you can just hop on a train and get into the city very quickly.
Let's not forget the great Resorts World Casino Resort.
Dave, while you were gone, we established that it's only a furlong away from
away. That's right.
Can someone define a furlong for us?
It's racing, horse racing.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Races are measured in furlongs as opposed to feet or meters.
My gambling stops at the table. Sorry.
And don't forget UBS Arena. Yes. What do you play? Blackjack, Dave? What do you play? Blackjack or roulette?
I don't know if I should say this, but I play blackjack, 3-card poker, Texas Hold'em, craps. Really kind of the gauntlet.
Sounds like an intervention.
I don't play roulette. I don't play roulette.
Can you put up the 1-800 gambler number for Dave?
I need it.
Good comeback, Mark. I love it.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, Russ. Woo!
Happy holidays.
Hey, Russ, how are you? Good talking to you earlier today.
Listen, guys, I'm going to go step away. I'm going to go jump onto the streets of Manhattan after I get my sushi. And I will join you guys back for a quick walk over to Grand Central and then a little tour through the hard halls of Grand Central Terminal.
That's right.
If you were saying Grand Central Station, you're actually talking about the post office.
It's not a station; it's a terminal.
It is a terminal. Right. It says it on the wall.
The building.
Right.
So we'll do a nice little walk through there. So I'll be back in a couple seconds.
All right,
Dave. Happy holidays.
I'm coming back, Mark.
All right, we'll see you in a few.
How many Moscow mules have you had, sir?
I think this is number 4. No, I'm just kidding.
I could have literally said, I thought I just said, I'm coming right back. Because you guys are trying to
you're right back. You're a hotel guy. Right back could be 15, 30 minutes.
15, 20 minutes. I'm doing it now
when I'm on a phone call. I'm slipping out the door.
It's like the bus story, Dave. The buses are on their way to the airport. Come on.
Yeah, I totally get that. But I will be back in a few seconds.
All right.
Hey, Glenn, we've got a special guest. Do you want them coming on after David's back or before?
Screw Dave. Bring on the guest now.
Yeah.
All right.
What do we got going on here? You ready? I'm going to take you out.
Got to close. Take me out.
All right. Craig is going to go get our special guest over here. We're really excited about this one. Mark, this is a major coup for Friday Night Audit. The amount of work and the amount of negotiations that we went through in order to get this guest, it's absolutely incredible. In fact, we started it a full year before we even knew we were going to do this series. That's how serious this is all about. Hey, Michelle, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you too. So, Mark, I'm going to be celebrating Hanukkah this weekend. My family, we decided to put it off a couple of weeks. So, we're all excited about that. So we're gonna have to take pancakes tomorrow night. I'm super excited. What's your favorite thing to do during the holidays if you happen to be home?
Again, family, presents, exchange. Just having some nice, Christmas cheer, some nice drinks.
Right.
No, it's all good. Really just spending time with the family. My kids, my son came home from college, so excited about that. My daughter, even though she graduated, is home from school, in our house. So it's nice to have the family together.
Awesome. All right. Now, welcoming to the show. We're very excited to welcome Obi-Wan Santa Claus.
No, it's angry Santa Claus. What the hell's the matter with you, Glenn?
Wait, what'd you say?
It's angry Santa Claus. What the hell's the matter with you? All you people out there deserve lumps of coal. Don't give me this crap.
I'm really sorry, Angry Santa. That was wrong of me. So, I mean, when people say stuff like that to you, it must really piss you off.
No, you know what pisses me off? That freaking milk and cookies. Okay? I'm lactose intolerant. You know what Santa wants? Santa wants a cigarette and tequila. All right?
Yeah.
I don't want any more freaking milk and cookies. I want tequila and cigarettes. Now, if you want to leave me a steak, I'll take the steak too. But tequila, okay?
All right, so Angry Santa, here's one thing that's been frustrating me. I love Rudolph. Totally straight up awesome reindeer. Love his nose. But those other reindeer, what the hell is wrong with them? They wouldn't let Rudolph play reindeer games. They made fun of him. They made him feel like crap. And then the second there's some clouds in the sky, everybody loves Rudolph. He can't do no wrong. I would talk to those reindeer.
You try flying through freaking Maine in a convertible, okay? You know what those reindeer do when we're up there? They poop, okay? You got to have a face mask on. Take them off.
So,
hey, get your buddy Elon Musk to come up with a new sled for me.
That's a really good idea. That'll get rid of the reindeer problem as well. Do you want
and the poop?
So, Mark, do you have any requests of Angry Santa?
Better be careful. Better be careful.
Can you do something with the parking in the malls? I mean, there's got to be something you could do. I'm so sick of it. I'm just sick of it.
Yeah, Santa?
Yeah, something.
There you go. It's a Christmas. Michelle saying, "Hey, Angry Santa, how about dosed eggnog and special brownies?" That's a much better choice than milk and cookies.
I like the special brownies, but you know what? We like our tequila.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Angry Santa, I know this is going to piss you off. Yeah. Dave's back.
There he is.
There he is.
Star of the show is back, guys. But listen,
and he's not getting anything for Christmas. Okay, so
you can't do that, Angry Santa. You've been giving me gifts all year round. Now you're gonna stop? It's been the Grinch on top of me that's been hasn't given me anything at this point.
Oh wait!
I'm back,
Santa.
I'm back. I'm done. I'm sweating to death.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So I just got the sushi, guys.
Oh, nice.
It's secure.
Is it frozen?
So, no. Yes. But listen,
is that a flash frozen?
We're gonna do a little bit of pre whatever we just call it, shout outs. But Tsushima, make sure if you guys come to New York City that you check out that restaurant. It is a tremendous experience here on Midtown East.
There you go.
Yeah. But we're walking over here, so you're gonna see the tremendous walk to Grand Central Terminal.
Yeah, we've seen it. We saw that 2 weeks ago. It was great.
Now you're
see that in the Avengers.
But now you're going to see it along 3rd Ave instead of 44th Street instead of 42nd Street.
Wow,
it's a whole different walk, Glenn. Thank you very much.
It really is.
But if he turned his camera the other way, we'd get it in a landscape and a bigger view.
So, Craig, I know Angry Santa had to go, but do you know if he's short-staffed with elves stressed and sleep?
Hey, they're all short, okay? Yeah, those little bastards.
So how much do you Long Island guys go in and out of Grand Central? Have you guys even been to Grand Central before?
Glenn, yeah. No.
Not really. We go to Penn Station.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's pretty embarrassing.
Listen, soon East Side Access, man, that's going to be super exciting. That's the most expensive project ever undertaken, I think, in New York City to bring the Long Island Railroad to the Grand Central Terminal. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
How many decades is that going to take?
It's been taking 2 or 3 already, or something.
You'll be on season 23 of Friday Night Order by then.
I'll give you exciting news.
If we're on season 23, there's definitely something wrong.
Give you some exciting news, gentlemen. Though one Vanderbilt, which is the new building we talked about 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
They have the Grand Central access sign
Mhm.
with the LIRR on it.
Oh, that's exciting.
Nice.
Any idea when it's going to open, Dave? And I see Grand Central straight ahead.
That's right.
of
That's
you,
right.
over there.
Is
It looks like you're going to
David roasting his chestnuts?
Are you going to go through the food hall area over there, Dave, where they have
If you would like me, where should I go? You guys tell me where I should go.
I like the area where they have all the food kiosks and stuff like that. Not the food to eat there, but the stuff to take home with you.
Gotcha. Okay, so I will go through the Grand Central Market so you guys can kind of see what that's about.
All right.
Yeah.
And this is our new segment. It's 2 weeks old called What's Around with Dave.
Yeah, right.
Well, unfortunately, what's wrong with Dave is typically my walk home. So it's going to be about the same stuff each and every time. But because I'm going to my parents this weekend.
But we get the seasonal change.
That's true.
That's true. The sidewalks look so different in each season,
Yeah.
Especially
everybody's in shorts, the long coats go away.
So my mailman wears shorts no matter how
Terminal.
long. Yeah. All right, terminal. There you go. Terminal. All right.
Thank you, David. Rub that in a little more.
Just so everybody knows, everyone makes that joke. Oh, it's blah, 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 Grand Central Station. Ha, 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 ha. But it's a terminal because that's where it ends. It's not a station.
Station, right.
It is a place along the rails, but the terminal is where it ends. So Grand Central's terminal, Penn Station's a terminal. Mark, I hear the Moynihan Penn Station part is coming along really good. And they've been opening up new sections of that recently.
I don't know. I was there yesterday, and there's construction everywhere. There's construction everywhere. But, there was a lot of people there. So, the city's still doing their thing.
Yeah, that's pretty
Isn't there construction in your backyard, Glenn? Aren't you building a tiny house that's going to be your studio with a loft bed?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I made a little mistake, and just like in Spinal Tap, I gave it to them in inches, not feet. So I got a literal tiny house that's this size.
So this is where Glenn was talking about. Grand Central.
The market is open.
Market is open.
So there's two things that Glenn's talking about. First, I'll let you talk about the market as I walk through, but down here is actually a dining concourse, which is a lower level just full of actual restaurants, kind of like a mall food court.
It was pretty good because it was really the first elevated food hall that we saw in New York City. So it got away from having like the typical fast food restaurants, and they brought in a lot of partners like Junior's, for example, who does cheesecakes.
Right. So now this is Grand Central Market that Glenn was talking about. So I'm going to walk back to Lexington Avenue and walk the entire thing into Grand Central Terminal. But it's basically a full market. And Glenn, I'll let you narrate as I kind of walk.
This is why people tune into our show. Okay.
Right. Such a cool
We're
thing.
showing them the streets of New York.
It's really great local purveyors and stuff like that. They got the fresh fruits, the flowers. If you screwed up something, you need to bring it home to your wife. Cheesemonger over there, great desserts.
Sounds like experience speaking.
Yes. You could use. So they got a little fish area. I think that's going to be coming up next to the cheese that's over there.
Didn't talk about David that way. Little fish.
Look how beautiful all of that stuff is. And I will tell you, if you want to enjoy paying New York City prices, the Grand Central Terminal, this is the
way to go.
This is the way to go. Yeah, you will not feel good about how much you paid going to this particular
nice.
So there's all the chocolates. That's probably like $2.50 per truffle or something like this. We need something like this at Penn Station. Foodie, hey, we've got the Krispy Kremes over there, Carol. We've also got a Shake Shack as well over at.
But they took Trax away. Trax is no longer within Penn Station.
Yeah.
So because they're doing the Penn Station renovation, they took out Trax, and Trax moved to 39th, I want to say, between 7th and 8th. So they have an on-street outdoor location across from Grand Central.
That's not the same
Penn Station.
So
it's not the same thing at all.
Trax was like an old school joint that looked like hell, and it was awesome in Penn Station.
Right.
They had a bar.
Is there still a W in the terminal?
So what?
Is there still a W hotel in the terminal?
Which one? Grand Central?
Yeah.
the Grand Hyatt's next door, but that's really it.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I thought there was a W hotel over there.
Oh,
Are there any condos or apartments on top of it, or is it?
I mean,
Obviously, I'm from California, so I don't know.
Look at this ceiling. How beautiful is that?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Hey, Mark, do you remember the movie
Wow.
that featured Gary Coleman living in a locker in Grand Central Station?
That does sound familiar. That does sound familiar.
I thought you were going to say David living in a locker.
I've got to look this up. I don't know why I'm thinking about that.
That does sound familiar. Is the Michael Jordan's restaurant still there in Grand
No,
Central?
Michael Jordan's is gone, unfortunately. It didn't make it. It didn't make it through COVID. But what happened is a Cipriani pop-up actually opened in its place.
Yeah, I love that place. I love that place.
But Glenn loves Chipotle.
So On the Right Track is a 1981 American comedy film with the feature film debut of Gary Coleman. It was released by 20th Century Fox. And yes, he stars as a homeless shoeshine boy named Lester living in a locker at the station.
Nice.
So since we have time, and
I'm loving this, David.
Minutes, I'm heading down to that dining concourse that we talked about to show you. It's not just Grand Central Market you have to eat, but again, this whole lower floor,
nice
restaurant, bar. Now, obviously, not everything is as open as it would be for unfortunate reasons, but you can still see it's pretty active down here. It's still pretty lively.
Right. I mean, I'm sure a lot of these restaurants got socked because what's going on in the New York area is everybody is either working from home or they're like, I'm not taking the trains anymore. We're driving in. So traffic for a trip that used to take me an hour and a half prior takes me 3 hours each way now to get back and forth to the city. So a lot of these restaurants are probably suffering because of that. Oh,
not only do you have the most expensive place to live now. Hey, Glenn, not only did you beat out San Francisco at $10 per square foot higher for rental apartments, maybe you beat out LA for traffic.
No, we do actually. No, I saw that actually pretty recently that the new number one traffic congestion market is the North Jersey / Manhattan area.
Yep.
Congratulations.
This is what I always say about California.
I'll give you the golf clap.
Gotta love it.
Bad. California traffic is famously standstillish, but California, LA in particular, has almost zero public transportation.
Correct.
Now we have the same levels of
less than zero.
We have the same levels of traffic out here.
Junior movie, by the way.
But we have an actually good public transportation system. So imagine if we didn't, and that's what you're seeing now, as people stop taking public transportation, how bad it really could get.
Right.
If we didn't have
people in Rangers jerseys. Is that still a thing?
Well, the Rangers are playing tonight at the Garden.
Okay. So
Penn Station situation. All right. So the cool thing about this East Side Access, guys, is they've got all these tracks there, and then they built a whole other level underneath the track there. It's insane. But Craig, I was going to tell you, there's been a construction project going on in New York even longer than this one. They're building a new water tunnel in New York City, and that has been going on for 30 plus years now.
Is this the tunnel? Is this the new Hudson River tunnel?
No, it's a water tunnel. It's called Water Tunnel 3. It's meant to replace like 150-year-old infrastructure.
You need to call Elon and he'll fix that.
Yeah.
Because we've had the new Hudson River tunnel going on for God knows how long. Because what people don't realize, the Northeast Corridor train line, which is owned by Amtrak, is the most ridden train line in the world. In the world, yeah. And if you don't know what that is, that train line
runs on the West Coast, and I realized that.
DC to Baltimore, from DC to Boston.
Right.
And NJ Transit trains also share the same tracks to get into New York City.
Right.
But there is only one tunnel to service all of those trains.
Mm-hmm.
And that tunnel is about 100 and God knows how many years old.
And in bad
shape.
Bad shape.
But our friends in Washington can't seem to figure out how to get some money to build a new one. So
vote them out. Vote them out.
Hey, Dave.
Other ironic thing right now, I've never in my life traveling through Grand Central ever heard announcements of train times and things like that. And today is the day they want to actually keep people informed when I'm on the show.
I love it. I think it's great. It adds to the ambiance, Dave. Yeah, the show's all about the ambiance. Come on.
Here's another section of food that you can get at Grand Central. A little coffee shop here, a Starbucks here, because Lord knows you can't commute without ever being a Starbucks.
Yep.
There used to be a
right.
bakery somewhere with a flower. So yeah, Grand Central's a pretty wild place. There's a lot going on here. It's certainly no Penn Station, but
well, yeah, this is nice looking.
I'm loving this. This is great.
This is great.
Oh, there's Zaro's. So Zaro's Bakery.
That's good bakery.
And Mark, when your hotel opens, we can do the same thing. We can show off the guest suites, all the public areas, your parking lot.
Let's hope, Craig, it's not 30 years later. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I'll fly in. Boom, meet everybody right there at the hotel. We'll do the show there. I love that idea.
Yeah, great idea. I love it.
So the brand new Marriott at JFK opening in November 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully.
David, thank you.
Yes, David, thank you.
Dave, we got to wrap up the show. Do you want to say goodbye and hit your train, or should we just get an
I got a little time. You can go to Plug-a-Palooza.
All right, was that?
You can go to Plug-a-Palooza. I got a bit of time.
All right. Look at that. Thanks for the close-up of you.
I love the ear. Is there wax in there?
Hey, look, I can see straight through the other side.
Start the graphic.
David, thank you. You made my day. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave.
Graphic starting. That's right. It's the Plug-a-Palooza. Time for all of us to shamelessly plug anything we want. But this time, I also want to add a dimension of the end of the year. Say something about it. Say something, whatever you want to do. Mark, plug away.
Oh, listen, I got so much to plug. Besides my new hotels opening JFK, hopefully 2022. As president of Long Island Hospitality Association, I'm so blessed to have the best board on Long Island. We raise money. We provide scholarships for students on Long Island. So love that. I love the dog. I'm also director of membership of SCAL International, which is the largest travel and tourism networking association in the world. I want to congratulate Burchin Turkin, the new president of SCAL International Worldwide out of Atlanta, USA. Burchin, awesome. Congratulations.
Nice.
I want to thank, since it's the end of the year, I want to thank Mark, Dorr, and George and the Tim, who run the New York State Hospitality and Tourism Association. They do an amazing job leading the legislative advocacy for all of New York State and the hotels. I want to thank Kristen, who's been on your show from Discover Long Island, leading the Yes, Kristen Reynolds leading the marketing efforts for Long Island, bringing in tourism and business dollars. We appreciate all of her efforts. I want to shamelessly plug the health program that I've been on. I'm not supposed to mention the name, but I'll mention it anyway. Optavia. I want to thank my coach.
Nice.
Krista, Mark, this has been a significant thing for you over the last year or so, right?
Very significant. I started in July. I dropped 45 pounds thanks to my great coach.
Wow.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thanks to my great coach, Krista Olson. So I want to give kudos to her. I don't know, just like you guys have been having the show every week, I started a Zoom call with all my childhood best friends that I want to do a shout out to them for any of them who are watching. Cool. And I almost forgot. Happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Emily. I love you.
Happy birthday, Emily.
I think that was the best use of the shameless plug that we've had all year. That's great.
Absolutely.
Hey, Dave, I know you're on silence, but do you have any plugs that you'd like to shamelessly make right now?
Yeah, I've turned the camera back around so you guys don't have to be right up my nose. But same thing as always, check out Times Square today. We had a really fun episode this month. It just got posted. we sat down with Tom, of course, and talked to 3 departments that put on the New Year's Eve extravaganza in Times Square. So we talked to an operations person, a security person, a sanitation person, to hear kind of the inside details of what goes into making that thing happen. So definitely check it out. It was a fun show. I learned a lot, actually. It was kind of fun to peel back and see kind of behind the scenes how much planning goes into that stuff, and you know what it takes to kind of let that thing go up without a hitch. So check it out on YouTube, the Times Square Alliance page, my LinkedIn, or any of the audio podcast channels.
Right. Awesome. Great plug, Dave. Makai, do you have a plug?
Dude, I love my daddy. I love my dad.
Yeah. That is Craig, hold on. Before you say anything else, it is amazing how much she has bonded with you so quickly.
Yeah.
She looks like she's been with you for a lot longer than her life. Yeah. Amazing.
And she's got the hiccups right now. So
she's beautiful.
She's being very good. She's a beautiful girl. And you know what? She has brought a happiness back into my house that we haven't had in a very long time. And her and my grandson are just the closest. And this is a great holiday season, my friend. We've completed our shows. You know, we've had great guests like Mark. We've had our trials and tribulations as an industry, but you know what? I'm thankful every day for my son, my grandson, now my pup, Makai's here, everything else that's going on, Click Connect, California Lodging Investment Conference. It's all good. So love you, brother. Happy holidays. Mark, pleasure to meet you. You're always welcome to come on Click Connect. And, you know, this is just great. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
So, Craig, apparently, Mark, apparently you're not welcome on No Vacancy Live, but get him on No Vacancy at some point. We gotta figher that out. He's giving me
you do
about that, and I can't handle that guy. A couple of years over here. Met the guy that started the New Year's Eve sign. That's pretty good. Hey, Mark, one time I got hit. To do this every once in a while, someone asks if I want to do an advertisement in Times Square in like one of the screens and stuff like that. So for like $1,000 or something like that, I could get the logos and stuff like that, or I just take a photo there and then just Photoshop it in and tell everyone I did it anyway. I don't know what I should do. Maybe in the spirit of the holiday season,
or put David up there.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, everybody, I just want to say thank you so much again for all the love and support that you've given us here in 2021. What a crazy year it has been. Started off with a lot of uncertainty, had a little positivity, ending with some uncertainty, but isn't that really the nature of life right now, right? We don't really know what's going to happen. Keeps us on our toes, keeps us fresh and awake and focused. Thank you all for giving us so much support. Please watch No Vacancy Live. I want to talk about the recent return of the Hotel Design Podcast. We got our first show up this week. Go check that out. Thank you, Porcelanosa, for sponsoring that. 4 great episodes coming in January. I've already got 6 more in the can, so I'm really excited to get that series back going. Really, to me, very symbolic of everything starting to come back. Omicron, you can screw it. We're going to be having a great holiday season over here. I can't wait to make potato pancakes with my mom and have a great night tomorrow. Enjoy a little pretend Hanukkah celebrations with everyone this weekend because it was too early this year. We postponed it and all that kind of stuff. Looking forward to maybe catching a couple of fish shows at MSG. Maybe I'll see you guys there on December 29th to 30th and January 1st. And that's really about it for me. So any final words, Greg, before we wrap up?
Yeah. Put some comments down below. If you want to see David continue his what's around, our man on the street, we want to bring it to you.
The good thing is I can go to my bus terminal a number of different ways. So honestly, every single day there can be a different.
There you go.
So we can make it happen.
I love it. And Dave figured out how to wear a face mask right before our eyes, over the mouth and across the nose. So
Plus, Dave, the number one rule of New York City is if you got to get from here to over here.
Look at that. Nobody's here.
kind of way.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is also it's much faster to walk across town at 5:30 on a Friday than it is to drive. So not only will I be showing you Manhattan, but I'll be actually expediting my commute.
I love it.
Yep.
David, I'm your uncle. Who's your daddy?
What am I? Huh?
I'm your uncle. Who's your daddy?
I mean, you guys are all men of a certain age.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Thank you, guys. We'll be
Thank
back
you.
in 2022. Can't wait to see you guys. Thank you so much for giving us all of that love and support once again. Happy holidays. Have a happy new year. I'm going to go celebrate some Saturnalia. Maybe get myself some Popeyes fried chicken and go see some fish shows. Happy holidays. Hasta luego.
Take care.